What's up? alexy1 here playing Chessexplained. Who is, what's his name? Christof Sielecki. And I started a bit slow with this game since I wanted to, essentially I wasn't going to make a video out of this, but I know this guy makes videos himself, so I thought, why not? And he plays this bishop c5, which is actually, I don't know. I actually don't know what to do against that. I have a feeling, well, I don't know. If I go bishop g5 there might be some trick here, but knight g4 is definitely in the air sometime. So I'll go and do something stranger. I don't mind giving him this structure. But yeah, this might be a bit awkward actually. It's interesting, I don't know what to do against this bishop c5 there. I think I'll put my knight there and not just castle. Yeah. It seems like he's doing more than okay here. But what are we gonna do? Probably need to move my queen somewhere here. Probably to e1 and then to g3 or something. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah, taking there makes sense as well. Probably e2 is the best square there. Okay, so rook c1. Yeah, things aren't looking as bright as they should. Yeah, I think black is doing more than okay here. Although, I don't know. It is interesting though, he's only got 2355, but he is actually pretty good. Pretty decent. I wanted to go rook f2 here actually, or rook f4. Might be but yeah, rook e8 is definitely coming. Maybe this is a good move. If rook e8, then we can just either go queen f2 or rook e1 or knight e4. I mean, this should be a draw, I guess. Although I want to win. But we've managed to keep our position together. He might be able to go h5, h4 actually. Or rook e6, f6. And I also need to watch out for something like knight b4, knight d5. a3 is definitely a useful move. Yeah. I mean, this shouldn't be anything. As you guys know, I usually don't get anywhere out of the opening. And I've seen a game of this guy where he was being somewhat critical of my opening choice. Against him, that is. But whatever. Couldn't be arsed what the German guy was thinking about my opening. Yeah, I wanted to go h3 here, but rook c8 though. If he goes rook c8 here, he's threatening to take on d3. So I need to go knight f2 then, but that's pretty awkward. Awkward and passive. If he doesn't, I can just go ahead and march my king up to f2 at least. And then we're okay. Now, yeah. Still, I can put my king on e2, maybe even d2. Or, I don't know. I mean, if I take the opening to g-file is probably not in my favor, but if I don't, he's gonna put f4 in. That's also a bit annoying, so this isn't feeling too good. Rook g8, I guess. But we're gonna go ahead and play c3 then. Well, we're gonna go ahead and play c3 anyways. By the way, I'm not gonna draw with him if he wants to. I'm gonna flag him. Let's get tricky. With 94 checks in though, I don't know. I think he's gonna go. Oh. This is interesting. I might be able to go to f3 actually. I could also go rook g1, but I like king f3 and then rook e1 and then putting my king on f4. So I think I'll do that. Since this king is now blocking the square for his somewhat ideal square for the knight. Yeah. Although now the knight is coming to e5 again. Huh. This probably wasn't the best. Okay, king f4. Keeping the knight off of there, but yeah, this is a good move actually. Rook g3 is coming. And also 97, 96. This is annoying. This is very annoying. What if I take on d4? He's gonna take and put his knight on e6 probably, yeah. And if I go rook f1, yeah, I think I need to go back and back to e2, but that's... I've clearly messed up there, if that's the best. By the way, people are still working on our house. If you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can, but... Yeah, I need to put my king on f2. Keep his king out. Let's hope it works. Yeah, I'm gonna take, go back. Oh, you can maybe even go to g1 here. Yeah. This is horrible, to be honest. Well, maybe. There's a slither of a chance. Just run with this pawn. If he goes h2, I'm gonna defend there. And I don't know. Feels wrong, this. I'm definitely going to blitz out some moves now. King e3, d6, king takes d7, that doesn't work. Let's see. Now it's a draw, no? I said I wasn't going to make a draw, but yeah, whatever. What can I do? Okay, I'll make a draw. Yeah. I'm not gonna. That was his. So he was probably gonna analyze it for his video. But oh wait, I should. No, I was white. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. One sec. Yeah, okay, let's go. So I went for this useless line. You should probably check his video out. His video, I mean, because he's probably gonna say, well, White didn't quite go for anything much, and that's true. I always have a hard time against 2045. So the one thing where I think White can maybe get an advantage is the Spanish, but that's way too many lines to study. So I went for this sweet little line, but I don't know this bishop c5 move, to be honest. I do know knight c6, I do know bishop b4, I do know knight takes e4, but bishop c5, I don't know. Against bishop b4 you can go d3, and but this move clearly aims to put some pressure on f2, and yeah, I don't know, that's one of the reasons why I went bishop e3 here, but it shouldn't be anything actually. This c6 is definitely a way to go. I play that sometimes with black, so, but this bishop e3 it might not be anything. I think it's horrible actually, but whatever. Since the pawn is in the back now, I have to take on d7, and now it's interesting to see what I'm supposed to do. Queen f3, knight f3, something like that. Or I could also maybe, which is something I'm thinking about right now, go queen e2 and castle long. Queen d2 maybe even. Or the engine likes d4. I don't like that move. So I went knight f3 and castle. Queen e1, which is a useful idea, but yeah, it's way too slow. d3, d4, and I'm clearly in some trouble here. Yeah, I could have maybe went queen d2 immediately. I was still hoping for some cheapo trick or something. I don't know. This rook on c1 isn't that bad or anything, but yeah, the queen is never going to g3 anymore, since, well, I could have maybe went to g3 here, and then put the other rook on f2, c1, I mean, and hope he doesn't see a trick like knight takes d4 or anything. But yeah, I don't know, rook e8 here. Just defends everything, and I'm worse here, clearly. Rook c1, rook e8, and then queen d2. This 95, yeah, I don't think that's anything. I think 93 might be a more normal way to go. Rook f2 was my plan here actually, and then try and get c3 in or anything. But he went for 95, and it actually got me in some trouble here. Knight g3 is, I think, a nice move. At first I wanted to go rook f2, or rook f4 even, but just rook e8, and then I still should go to g3, and it's not really clear if rook f4 made any sense. So I went to g3, and then queen f2. Yeah, exchanging rooks here might also be possible. I always like to play a3 in such a position, because it sometimes seems like there's a knight jumping to b4 and just attacks my whole position, and a3 just stops that at all costs. And the queen is much better on f2 than on d2, I think, here, because it's putting some pressure on the f7 pawn. He went queen d5. a3 here is definitely a natural move. And f6. Yeah, changing queens might not be the best idea here. I thought the ending would be easy to defend, but well, maybe it's not. The point is, the rook can't really come in, and then I can just, well, I'm no longer worse here, which I somewhat was after the game, after the opening, I mean. And this g4 is a bit too loose, I guess. I forgot about the idea of rook c8 and knight takes d3. So maybe the engine likes knight d6, but I don't understand. I think king f2 is a much better idea. It's just much more logical. I just wanted to stop this f5 break. But now, yeah, rook c8, and I have to go knight f2. The engine said knight d6 actually. Rook c7 probably, and then what? Oh, then rook e8 is the idea, and knight e8 is the idea. Okay. Oh. Yeah, but it's still horrible, because if I take, he's gonna take on d3 and then on c2 or b2. I think knight f2 is sensible, but yeah, and here it's a horrible ending, and I'm this king a3 idea is definitely bad as well, because of the h4 which he had. This h4 is super annoying. So he's clearly going for rook g3 and then just knight e7, knight g6. In either way. I didn't see anything else than just to go back. Which sucks, but what else can I do? If I take, he can just take and go to e6. Yeah, what else is there? So I went back, and he exchanged rooks, which I guess is definitely a winning attempt, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the engine says -1, so it's probably still winning, but it is hard though. In a practical game, it's definitely hard. And here it seems that we're doing okay. I missed a chance to go d6 here. Yeah, I thought about that, and d7, and if he takes, then we have this knight g5 here. But I figured I could just easily go back to h2. Take h3 first, but it's I'm just one tempo too late, because if I go d6 here, d7, he can just take my knight. So I took, and then knight f2. And this ending might just be a draw here. Well, I should go to d3 actually. Because if king c2, then we can go over. Whereas if I go to d1 and he's going king c2, then I'm passive. I mean, I have to go king e2 and then he can just tempo me out, I guess. Put this knight here. That will win. So he had one chancer. But yeah, I think this is a draw. I don't see any way for him to move forward. He can always take a draw with either taking there or take there, but I mean that might be the best practical chance, in a sense. So if he takes here, and but yeah, it's nothing because I can just hang on to the b pawn, and every a pawn versus king is a draw. So like I don't know, a king somewhere, knight c7, and just wait for him to play b5 and then take. So that's an easy draw. And yeah, what else is there? He can't really stalemate me somehow by zook swinging me or anything like this, because well, there's no threat now. And the pawn endings are drawn as well, because I can always hide in the corner. I can just go back to a2, a1 or b1. Just you can always go around here, and then it's just a draw. So yeah, pretty boring game actually. Although I was a bit worse in after the opening, since I was a bit yeah, how would you call it? Unambitious, I think. Yeah, I was clearly worse after bishop e3 actually. So maybe I should do something else here. What could I do? I think I know a line where it's like knight f3 and then d5. Takes, and bishop e5 doesn't work now. because you can just go bishop d7, and if you take, you take on b5 and play queen b6 or something. Yeah, this might be the line I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, it was an okay game. I clearly didn't have anything after the opening, so here you'd rather have black due to this weak pawn here, and black as the center. But if we can push e4, we'll be okay. But yeah, if we go e4 here now, for instance, this is still an issue since there's a knight coming to e3 here. So yeah. I mean, he played the opening very well, so credits to him. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.